Well, hello there, Graham Cooper here from Cooper and Cooper Investment Property Solutions. It's coming up to midday here now on the east coast of Australia. We're only about 5 minutes from the beach where we live now, and we basically retired from our, really busy lifestyle and our big houses and our flash cars. We're relaxed in downsized into a nice, comfortable two-bedroom home, and we can go to the beach every day if we wish, and I can go fishing, and I can do anything basically that I want to do, and that's I'm very privileged and grateful for having that ability to be able to do that. Okay, so what I want to talk to you today about, free money. Yes, you heard me right. Free money. Do you know that a lot of people, in fact most people, the general public, don't know that there's free money out there? The government will give you free money. They will give you an incentive to help them provide housing for all those people out there who don't own a property, who need to rent. And they need to rent for many different reasons. Think of, say, for instance, a manager from a company, and he's been working in Sydney and for his company, and his company decides to expand, and they decide to open an office in Melbourne. And they say, look, Fred, you're very good at your job, and you've established our office here in Sydney very well, and so we'd like to transfer you to Melbourne, and we'd like you to open our office there and to manage it there, and because we're very proud of your skills, and we'll give you a bit of a pay rise as well, because we know that disruption of moving house is not an easy one, and so we'll even organise a rental for you in Melbourne to make life easy for you, and we'll pay the rent. That's a typical renter too. We over the years we've had numerous managerial people who rent properties from our investor clients, and so there's an example. Or you could be someone in Queensland, and again, they are expanding a business, and they want to keep their existing property, so they come to Sydney and to the big smoke, as they say, and want to go through an expansion program, and so they come here and they rent a property for a year or two, and or maybe even up to 5 years, and so they're the ideal tenants for our property investors. And might I say, and from my own experience too, in renting out our own properties, what I've found over the years that the younger couples, particularly if they have 1 or 2 children, they're also a very sound tenant. The reason being is that if they move into your property to rent and they have children, those children generally would maybe have to go into childcare or to a school, and that can be quite disruptive if they're coming from out of the area. But if they're typically renting in the area, they will tend to be a tenant for anywhere from 3 to 5 years or even longer. So typically you'll find your tenancy will run 3 to 5 years with one single tenant. Isn't that wonderful? And they're paying off your property for you. They're paying all the expenses of your property, and the government is picking up the slack. Okay, the government's going to give you a refund on your mortgage payments and the depreciation of your property, and the tenant is going to top that up with the rent they pay to help you meet all the other costs like the council rates and things like that, and the insurance to cover the property. So what a wonderful system. Free money from the government in terms of a tax rebate. Now, if you're typically, and most Aussies are, typically paying 30 to 37% of your income in tax every year, you're giving them 1/3 of your pay packet. Minimum 1/3. If you're on a higher income, up to 50% of your income is going to the government. Now, here's a logical question and there's a logical answer. If you are going to give the government anywhere from 30 to 50% of your income, wouldn't you be even happier if they give you half of it back? Wow. What if they would give you, they would reduce your tax, give you half of it back. In fact, you don't pay it because you can claim it as a deduction. So they're going to help you pay off your investment property. How wonderful is that? Hallelujah! Mr. ATO, we love you, we love you. Of course we do. Yes, my goodness. Free money. Okay? Now, if you don't have an investment property or deductible tax benefit, you're giving them that money and it's gone. It's gone. You'll never see it again. It's gone. It's out of your life. You've got no benefit from it whatsoever. You've done 2 or 3 days a week hard work and you give all that money to the government. Why would you do that? Think about it. Logic. Why would you want to give them all your money? Even, one of our famous entrepreneurs in Australia, Kerry Packer, was renowned for challenging, the government taxation system in the ATO. And one day they had him at a conference, an interview, and it was televised on the TV, and they had about 5 or 6 tax experts there sitting there in front of Mr. Packer, and he sat there in his chair, and just behind him there was one of his lawyers sitting behind him as well, of course, and they were asking him questions, and they said, why don't you pay this and what? And he looked at them in this square in the eye and he said, listen, you don't do very well with managing the money I pay you now. You don't do very well managing the money that I pay to you now as a tax. So why would I want to give you any more? Why would I want to pay you any more tax if you're not very good at managing what I give you already? Now that's a very good point. So my question to you is, why aren't you taking advantage of this free money? Okay? Now there are other avenues of free money as well that the government will give you in form of incentives. For instance, there's currently there's the new home incentive. So as an investor, if you buy a property that's brand new, it's off the plan, or just completed, brand new, no one's lived in it before and no one else has owned it other than the builder, they will pay you $25,000 towards your deposit. Now look, I should date stamp this now because those incentives and benefits change all the time. So we're talking now, it's November 2020. Okay, now those incentives have been there before. There were big incentives in the late 90s as the market recovered from a 92 recession. There were big incentives during the Liberal government in early 2000s with little Johnny there as the Prime Minister. And would you believe that tax incentives, the new builder first home buyer incentives went up to $1.27,000. Okay, so they do change from time to time. That's free money, folks. Free money. Okay? Get in there. Give us a call. Learn about all these things. Okay? Contact us. Go to our website, www.cooperandcooper.com.au. Fill in our contact form. Even tell us a little bit more about yourself, what you'd like to achieve. You can just add some comments in there if you wish, and we'd be most happy to chat to you. We can have a coffee, 1.5 meters distance, of course, and or just talk to you over the phone. and or just email you, and we can help you get all this sorted out and make some changes, some real changes in your life. You know, it's only a case of what you don't know. So the sooner you educate yourself about all of these things and take advantage of the free money, the better off you're going to be. Okay, talk to you again soon. Have a great day. Stay safe and stay well. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.